finish it. I did land a great punch.
Antes de noquearlo en el último round, mi promotor me dijo, vas perdiendo, tienes que ganar los últimos 3 rounds y no vas a perder. Y hice todo lo de mí, gracias a Dios lo noqueé ese round.
You know, they keep telling me, I keep hearing somebody telling me, you're losing this fight. You better knock him out in the next 3 rounds.
Did you feel like you were losing the fight?
No, no sentía que iba perdiendo la pelea, pero sentía que no estaba dando lo mejor de mí. No me sentía contento conmigo mismo.
No, I never felt I was losing the fight, but I did not feel that I was doing the best I could.
Does this change your timetable at all? I know that you're eager to fight better fighters and to get a world title shot. Does this make you want to step back a little bit?
Quizá este paso fue muy pronto para ti. Hay que esperar para otro paso más.
No, sinceramente, solamente yo sé cómo me sentí y sé que no estuve para nada bien.
I know what I have in me. I know I can do a lot better. And, this is just a bad night for me. I know I can do better.
All right, he did very well anyway. He did win by a knockout. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Back to Nick at ringside.
Thank you, gracias.
Thank you, Wally, here with Genaro Hernandez. The crowd, a final cheer for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know what, Genaro, looking back at this, looking back at any career, you can't have it all your way, start to finish. And Chavez Jr. justifiably has been moved carefully, but he got into a firefight with this guy at times, was possibly behind, and he had to deal with some serious adversity.
Well, during one of the rounds, they were actually telling him that he had to go out there and look for the fight because he was
behind, clearly, they told him.
But, he claimed that today, he had some problems in his workout, in his training camp. So maybe it was one of those bad nights for him. But we cannot, take any credit away from Jose Celaya, who came in here, did a magnificent job. Unfortunately for him, he got caught early, and that left eye of his swallowed so bad that I think that affected him a lot as well.
Well, talk more about the adversity that Chavez Jr. had to overcome, the confusion. Where does he go in terms of getting better from here, in terms of learning off of this? He's next to us here, and he's still getting his hero's welcome as we see Chavez Jr. He's going to walk in front of us right now.
He's just,
there he
he's
goes.
passing by. He wanted to do an interview.
He's going over to Mexican television.
But
yeah, talk about the learning. I mean, Wally touched on it. Did he get exposed at all? What can be correctable here?
Definitely, he was exposed to a lot. I mean, he was taking a lot of punches. I think there were unnecessary punches for him to take. But he was able to come out with his hand raised up in the air tonight. That's all that counts for him. But he's going to go back to the gym, and I'm pretty sure all his people are going to actually make the adjustments that are necessary for him not to come out the way he did tonight, and that's getting hit more than what he had to.
Well, again, sometimes they don't ask you how you won. They ask you, did you win? You assess performance. Who did you beat? How good did you look doing it? You can't take away the fact that he dropped his opponent twice. The power arrived certainly for Chavez. He's got to show a little bit more in terms of dealing with styles, dealing with boxers, and not looking so lethargic. So a learning experience to be sure.
Most definitely. It was a learning experience for him tonight. Obviously, he didn't underestimate Celaya. He was just one of those bad nights. And then tonight, I mean, the people are actually clapping and acknowledging Jose Celaya for the fight that he did. Now we have Wally Joyner.
Hey, look who's back, Wally Matthews.
Quite a chaotic experience in the ring.
Again, to embellish the point of adversity and dealing with it, and they were talking about Chavez getting a little bit exposed. What do you think he learns off of this, and what's correctable?
I think he learns that you can't give up, I think he did feel like he was losing the fight. I'm told by some people that he looked down at Bob Arum and said, I know I'm not doing well tonight. I think that if you go back 20 years, Mike Tyson had a fight like this against Quick Tillis.
Quick Tillis.
A lot of people said this guy's exposed, he's never going to be anything. Well, he learned some things from that. Also, Quick Tillis laid out a blueprint for future fighters to beat Mike Tyson. Now, it remains to be seen whether future opponents of Chavez build on what Celaya did here and use it against him, or if Chavez puts this one behind him and becomes a better fighter.
Yeah, I mean, with Chavez Jr. taking nothing away, basically no amateur experience, but just to look at him, he really did look confused, and maybe it was the style and the switching up and the changing. But
not
he
going to
just
see
didn't.
Too many guys who fight like that.
He didn't go after him enough, I thought. He didn't throw enough punches. I thought those right hands that landed, I've always thought Chavez Jr. has a good right hand behind that left hook. And again, not to forget the fact he dropped Celaya twice. So, big story here. A come from behind, arguably come from behind. We don't have the official score for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. the son of a legend, continues. Very big fight for him, very big win. We wanted to tell you we were unable to bring you the heavyweight fight. Tommy Morrison on the comeback trail, his saga continuing because the local promoters here insisted on televising Omar Chavez, so we were unable to bring you because of time constraints. Tommy Morrison in action. So, big night here in Leon, Mexico. A reminder, Latin Fury is coming up again, April 26th, back in Mexico as we send it away and we see how Julio Cesar Chavez finally put Jose Celaya away. First the left hook early, later the right hand, and Celaya had seen enough. For Wally Matthews, Gennaro Hernandez, and our entire crew, thanks for watching Latin Fury. I'm Nick Charles. We'll see you April 26th with another.